Hi, Shanna Honeycutt here with the Faith-Based Security Network. I have not been on in a while to do an update on the Deadly Force Incident Study with Matt because I wear a couple different hats for the FBSN, and a huge one is the Deadly Force Incident Study, which you know if you've been following our YouTube channel. And the other one is I'm highly involved in the planning for the Security Operations Summit. And that's coming up in July. It's July 24th through the 26th. It'll be in San Antonio, Texas this year. So I'm just asking if you are part of a security team or you know people in your security team to share this, pass it along. This is a great investment into the security of your faith-based organization. So I'm going to show you a little bit. First, just on the Deadly Force Incident Study, we have that updated now through 2021. So you can see in 2020, it was already trending down in 2018-19 in there. And then 2020, it really dipped down. Unfortunately, we know that was due to COVID and so many churches being shut down, and that continued on into 2021. So we are very anxious to get that data out to you as churches have reopened and we're back in the full swing of things. So this study, I love this study. It's horrible. We see every deadly force incident that happens at a faith-based organization on a daily basis. It comes across our desks, but we're able to take that data and use it to put into some relevant statistics to help you guys, church security operators, to better plan your protocols and how to respond and how to be ready for an incident. So we know that it's saving lives down the road, and that's totally worth it. That's why I love doing this study. If I can get the Security Operations Summit shared and we can get that our goals in attendance, then I can take more time off of marketing and get back to work on the DFI study. And before I move on, I just have to shout out to our incredible team of analysts that are working so hard to get this study up to date. Rick Wentland, he is constantly on there putting in new stories on a daily basis. Gene Harris and Steve DePass, they worked super hard to get us through 2021. So I cannot wait to present that at SOS 25. And let's take you down to the next one. One of the thing that I love about doing both of these, both the Deadly Force Incident Study and then serving on the team that plans for the Security Operations Summit, I have a large role in helping to find the best speakers for the conference. And so when I'm going through these studies, there are people that just stand out. There are people that, my dad, president of the FBSN, he puts it as they have protection in their DNA. These are people that just do incredible things, and there are just awesome stories that come out of some of these tragedies. And this is one that was just so refreshing when it came across my desk. And as soon as I watched it, I knew we had to get Pastor Futrell to the Security Operations Summit to share with our security teams. So here is that.
Says he used prayer to stop his own church from being robbed.
Elise Schoening is here to tell us how his service stopped the crime.
Pastor Marquela Futrell says he served as a St. Louis police officer for 10 years before serving the church. So when 4 masked men walked into his service on Super Bowl Sunday morning, his instincts and his prayers kicked in.
In the purple, tell me your name.
Pastor Marquela Futrell says the prayers were different during his February 12th Sunday service.
I asked the director of Children's Church, hey, just lock the doors, keep the children safe.
It all started when one man came into his church carrying 2 bags, questioning his children's services director.
I immediately just had the hairs on the back of my neck. I'm like, okay, something's about to happen.
That's when 4 masked men walked into his service.
Me being a former police officer, I immediately noticed their waistbands. Like there's something there.
Futrell proceeded with his service as usual, not wanting to scare his congregation or let the men know police were on the way.
I immediately directed my media team to zoom in on him because I knew we need some face recognition.
He acted quickly, calling the gunman out.
Saw the church and decided to come. Talk to him.
But he described what happened next as an act of God.
Got a cop anointing and I still know what's going on and I still know what's about to happen. God's about to change the plot of the enemy. Lift your voice and shout unto God. I believe they felt the power of God lifting their hands and then they left.
As a former St. Louis police officer, he says his instincts crossed paths with his prayers.
The Bible speaks of watch and pray. So while we're being spiritual, I'm also watching around trying to protect the congregants.
He says he hopes this serves as a wake-up call to every pastor and every church.
So you can see why we really wanted him there. And since getting a hold of him, he's done some other work with us, and his heart for this is just incredible. He completely supports our mission, and he's been a joy to work with, and I cannot wait for more people to hear his message. So he's a keynote presenter, and he'll be presenting The Battle Belongs to the Lord, giving glory where it's really due. We also have, we not only do the Deadly Force Incident Study, like I said, that started in 1999, and there's more than 2,500 deadly force incidents across the United States that have happened at faith-based organizations. But then we also do a study on the mass murders at faith-based organizations over the history of the United States. There are 17 of those. Covenant School in 2023 was the 17th mass murder at a faith-based organization. So we've done a lot of study into that one. Michael Calizzo, one of the police officers that stopped the gunman, is one of those that just really stood out. He can articulate and present it well. He'll be walking us through a case study. He's spent some time already doing some training. He came and spoke at one of our sheepdog coffees with our security operators that are members of the Faith-Based Security Network, and he was well received. Just shared the same heart as these church security operators that we're involved with. So he'll do a great job. And also from the same incident, we've met Adam McIntyre and Brink Fiddler. They will be doing one of the pre-event intensive trainings. These guys are going to be working hard while they're here. They were directly involved too. Brink Fiddler had trained Covenant School on their security, their responses, and that school did an excellent job. The staff saved a lot of lives. Brink has some firsthand knowledge into that. He was friends with several of the victims in this incident, and so his whole heart is in it. He is doing this for the right reasons, and so their 4-hour intensive training will be on trauma medical. It's excellent. This pre-event Wednesday is for those that are wanting a deeper dive to do some more hands-on training, train the trainer kind of stuff, to bring home and teach their teams. And they will also be there throughout SOS doing breakouts. Adam's going to do a condensed version of the trauma medical, and then Brink is going to be presenting on the violence project using the DEFEND acronym. That's their company, Defend Systems. And he does one of the best presentations I have ever heard. Every church security operator needs to go there, and there's a lot of takeaways that you can bring back and train up your ministry, your children's ministry staff. Just really good advice, good practical steps to take to keep those kids safer. So super important, the work that they are doing. And again, I would encourage you to share this. Go to our website, fbsnamerica.com/events, and find this. You can go through the sessions and see all that we have to offer. There's going to be 36 speakers. There's over 20 breakouts. We're going to have 6 different time blocks to do the breakouts, and there's so many to choose from. And then there's going to be 10 pre-event intensives. That's what I told you about the trauma medical. Caltech is coming. They're bringing an armory. There'll be a pre-intensive and training on the intensive training on the range for Caltech. So we just have so many great things planned for SOS. And like I said, this is the best investment that your church can make into your ministry's security. They will not only talk about tactical insights and best practices, but there will be a constant reminder that we are first and foremost ambassadors of Christ. So I hope to see y'all in San Antonio. Please share this, get the word out, and help us reach that goal of 500 attendees so I can stop marketing and focus on the deadly force incident study. Thank you all.